Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Learnings. As we know that data structures is an integral component for any software developer. So today we are going to see one data structures problem, and that problem is word break problem. Okay, now this problem is important to understand why in terms of interviews as well, because this is being asked in multiple companies, top companies, and like such as Google. So, and not only this, from interview point of view, there is another aspect of that. By doing multiple such problems in the multiple sessions, we will try to build up our concepts as well. Okay, like for example, this particular problem can be resolved with the help of recursion. So we'll see that how to identify whether this problem can be solved with the help of recursion. So you will get an idea. Okay, means we want to develop our thinking that okay, this problem I can resolve it with the help of recursion. Okay, so let me explain now the problem before we see the actual solution. So here I'll be trying to write a running program, not the pseudocode, so that we you can just do it yourself as well. Okay, so the problem statement is we are given a dictionary of words. Okay, so there are words in this dictionary. I have taken it as an array. Here I, like, and Java, there are three words in now we are given an input string. Okay, like here I like Java, I have taken as an input. So we have to find out whether the given input string can be separated, can be divided uh, into words. Given input string can be divided into words by split into words as per spaces. Like here I can divide this into I, like, and Java. Space separated words, you can say. Given input string, whether it can be separated into space separated words, and all those individual words are available in this dictionary. You got my point? So we have to find out whether the given input string can be divided into space separated words. All right, these are space separated words, and each of that word is present in that dictionary which is given to us. Okay, so for example, if I say I like PHP here, if I write, so we know I is present, like is present, but PHP is not present. So our program should return output as false. That okay, this problem, this input string cannot be subdivided into words which are present in the dictionary. Okay, similarly if I say ABC like PHP, so this again we cannot split it in this way. Okay, so let's first see. If I have this string I, or I, yeah, let's see the simple case. I, if we are given an input string I, so we'll quickly search in the dictionary, okay, whether I is present, this word is present, and we'll say our program is returning true, right? Our program should return true. What if it is blank? Since we are saying the words are space separated, so it should also return us true. Okay, so when I say IL, now uh, let's say I like. Okay, so now you think that first you'll check I. Okay, we know I is present, so you will split now, right? You have to check for the remaining string. Here important thing is, when you get to know whether means this word, when you get any word, then now problem statement is reduced to the other part of the string. So you have to now check for like. Okay, suppose now how will you check for like? So first you'll go for L, whether L is present. Okay, not present. Then Li is present, not present. Then Like, not present. Then Like present. Okay, so present means it can be split up. Same way, suppose it is I like Java. Okay, like, when you know that like is also present, so you have to now do the same process, for the remaining string, which is Java. Okay, now the point here is your problem. There are few things that we can see from here very clearly. One, our problem can be divided into sub problems. So this is the first hint that we can resolve that problem with the help of recursion. We can apply recursion to a problem if it can be subdivided into multiple sub problems. Okay, now second thing, we have to do the same process for the other part of string. Same process means, again another hint, that we can resolve it with the help of recursion. Okay, now we know I is available, so I is available. Okay, so I said I'm present, then likes also said I'm present, then Java also said I'm present. So these sub problems, or these, now what is the final output? Now final output is basically, when I said true, then output was dependent what like, whether like is present or not, right? Same way, whether Java is present or not. So the final output is dependent upon the output of sub problems. This is another hint of recursion. So we got 3 points. How will you find out whether given problem can be solved with the help of recursion? First thing, problem can be divided into subproblems. Second thing, for that subproblem you will repeat the same process. Third thing, the final output will depend upon the output of these subproblems. Okay, so these three factors will help you. If you find if you find these three things in any problem, you can say with confidence that recursion can be applied to solve this. Okay, now now we have the basic idea ready with us, that how we can solve this problem. It's just a matter of writing lines of code. So first thing is, we need to have, let's say, a method, okay, which takes input, let's say I say, and returns us true or false. Let's say word break, which is going to take a string. All right, we can just quickly write the base case for us. If string dot length is 0, then return true. Simple. And else return false. So let's quickly run our program for the base case. Okay, final result, let's say I just new word break problem, word break, and we pass on the input string here. Okay, so we can just, for our reference, print here as well what is the input string. Now if that length is 0, so for means if length is 0, we do not have to check in the dictionary as well. Okay, so we are ready to run our use case number 1. So final result, input string is blank and final result is true. Now when input string is not blank, so what you have to do, or let's say, let's keep it this way. So you have to first check for I, you have to then check for IL, you have to then check for ILI, right? So you have to check for the substring, right? So in Java we have, how to get a portion of string, we have substring method. Now so you have to run a loop, right? Loop till you, till you search for all the string, right? So for example, you'll first search for I, then you'll search for IL, then ILI, then ILIK, then ILIKE, right? Cool. So we have to now run a loop for int I. Now what should be a starting index? So when substring method, we know that we have to call, right? So substring of Java asks for begin index and end index, right? And end index -1 is the substring which it returns. So if I say For example, if I say here substring 0 comma 1, so it would give us 0 comma 1, right? So it will give us the string I as means as an output. If I say 0 comma 2, so it will give us IL, right? So first we have to check for I. This should be our starting string, so I equal to 1. Okay, so I less than equals to string dot length I plus plus. Okay, so now what we have to find out first, the substring. Let's say I say substring, and so how are we going to get the substring? We have substring method. Begin index is 0 and index is I. Okay, so now we have to find out whether that substring is present in the dictionary or not. For our reference, let's just print this substring as well. So we now need a method which can tell us whether this substring is present in the dictionary or not. Okay, so and which will give us true false. Let's say I call that method is present, and it is going to take that substring as input and is going to give us true or false. So this is quite easy, that for all the words in the dictionary, so we can use a for each loop here. We want to find out if in any case we can get to know whether this word dot equals our substring, then return true, means this word is present in the dictionary, else return false. Okay, so if we see the first, when this loop is going to execute first time, so it is going to run for I, right? And when I is passed, this method is going to return us true, right? So if it is present, now we know we have to do this same process again, right, for the remaining part of string. So means we have to call this method again, same process again, right? Recursion. Now for the remaining part of string. Okay, so how to get the remaining part? Again, substring. Now I till I, from I to end, so from I to end we can just simply specify the end index. So this is going to give us the string I is split, so the remaining part of string is like, because we have to now do the same process for like. So first, so this loop is going to execute now 4 times, first for L, then I, then L, then Li, then Like, and then Like. Okay, so let's say we can now say, let's say result. Okay, and we can print it also for our reference. Let's say result here. Now if this result is true, means this string is found, then we have to simply return true. Okay, so now I think our program is ready, so we can quickly run it for I like. Okay, let's say I just run it. So I like is the input string. Okay, substring I. Okay, let's see here. So this is the first substring that we'll check for. If this is present in the dictionary, yes, it is present. Okay, let's print this also so that we understand how things are working. Okay, input string is I like. Okay, substring I, whether I is present, yes it is present, so we will now divide, right? So remaining part of string is I, means remaining part of string is like, so we'll do the same process for like. Now L is present, no. Li is present, no. Like is present, no. Like is present, yes. Like is present, yes. All right, so then for blank it will return true, and this result is true, and return result is true, so final result is also true. Cool. Now let's do the same thing for Java. I like Java, so I true, then remaining string is like Java. Search for li, like is present, true. Then same for Java. Is Java present? Yes it is present, so all three are present, so our final result is also true. If I say I like, let's say PHP, so I is present, yes, we can see. Like is present, yes, and PHP is present, no, so our final result is also false. Here we can see that as well. Okay, so this is, now we can see that with the help of recursion, how can you do this problem, solve this problem, which is called word break problem. I hope you understand it, that how using recursion we can resolve this particular problem, which is called word break problem. If you have any problems while understanding the recursion as well, so if you understood, you can probably skip the further you can say part of this video. If you did not understand the recursion thing, let me try to explain it with the help of notepad also. So our input string was I like Java. Okay, so this was the input string. So first we did for I, so I said here that is present is true, so now my result will be dependent upon the result of like Java. Okay, so it's, we can see here, let me try to do it this way. So this result is here dependent upon the result of like Java. Okay, so now we have input string as like Java. Okay, bear me with the spelling, how to erase it. I'm not good with notepad, sorry, paint. Let's erase this. Sorry. So now result is now dependent on like Java. So like Java said, now my result is dependent upon, let's say result is now dependent upon whether Java is present or not. Okay, so now what about Java? So Java said my final result variable is dependent upon the outcome of what, blank, right? Or this string, and this string is, we know that it is going to give us true, so this will be true, so it will be now returned, so it will be returned back here. Okay, so this result will be true, and similarly this here will be true, so final output in, we can see, will be true, true. Okay, if it is PHP, then this will be false, right? So it will be false, it will be false, so final output will be false. I hope you understood now the problem. I tried my best to explain it. Let me know if you still did not get it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Let's keep learning together. Thank you so much. Good night. Bye bye.